What makes a book overhyped versus just being popular? I feel like I want to say everything on Book Talk is overhyped.
Yes. Welcome to Savor the Story podcast, where books and snacks are life. I'm Nicole. That's Vanessa.
Hello.
So,
Hello.
Hi.
It's not Christmas week for you, but it is for me.
Yay. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas in the first week of May.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this week is, though?
Mm-mm.
Tim is running Cocodona starting tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Man.
Oh.
Do you remember last time he was running Cocodona and we were recording? It feels
yesterday.
Like yesterday.
Yes. I tried to be nice like you last time, and like I wanted to do a reading book or a running book, and then I hit my slump and no running book was read. So I'm sorry, Timothy, but you're just gonna have to listen to us talk about other things.
That is true.
Yes.
This whole recording early is really throwing off my preparedness level.
Right, exactly. It's much more difficult to be prepared for things. But if you're listening to this, please send all of your good vibes to Tim so that he finishes the Cocodona 250 this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has to finish.
He has to finish.
Yes, because doesn't he have like another race like shortly after this one?
Yes. When you're listening to this, he starts the 250 tomorrow, and he'll be doing this for a week, and then in about 4 or 5 weeks he'll be doing another 100-miler, which is like the biggest 100-miler in the, I don't know if it's the world, but it's a pretty it's a pretty famous one, because it's the first ever 100-mile race or something. It's called the Western States. And of course he got into the lottery this year, even though he had 8 tickets in this lottery and there were 11,000 tickets in it.
Yeah.
And so, he has to finish, and then he has to turn around and do that other one, but then he's done for the rest of the year. So yes,
until he finds another race.
He's not allowed to run another race in the year 2026.
Fine.
He is forbidden.
Are you saying like no races or long races?
He can run a 5K.
What about a marathon?
He probably could. He probably could. He might find one, just to, depending on how he feels, I guess. His legs might fall off after the Western States, so we'll see how he's feeling the rest of the year.
If he still has legs.
Yes, if he still has legs. But
more to come.
Yeah. 2026 is a wild time, and he is no longer allowed to run races. Love you, babe. Good luck out there.
Surprise.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Really enjoy what you're doing right now, because you don't get any more.
That's right. There's that that is happening right now. Do you know what else is happening? There's nothing else happening in May that I know of, but but right now in my time, in our real lifetime, I just watched The Housemaid.
Oh, yes.
And I bring it up because it is a book. It is a book by Frida McFadden.
And you've read this book, right?
I did. I read it in 2024, like the beginning of 2024. I rated the book 3. I didn't love it as much as everybody else did. Like, there was a lot of people, even still, I think now, especially with like the movie being out and like all that kind of stuff, it's like become more popular online. And people really love the fuck out of that book. And I think there's 3 of them.
Yeah, I know there's several.
Yeah, for sure there's 2. I think there's 3. I don't know for sure, but I did not read the next one because I just didn't like. It was good, but I didn't keep going because I just didn't care that much. But I still wanted to see the movie, obviously, because I wanted to see whatever. It was good. I feel like from what I remember of the book, it matches pretty closely. Like, I don't remember enough detail from the book to know if it got every detail right.
Right.
But based on our scale of what we've talked about before, of like it just needs to be like 60% of the book, I would say from what I remember, it's definitely at least that.
Nice.
So it was really good. So I went by myself. So I was just like sitting there by myself. But there was 3 couples, and then there was like two groups of 4 women. There was a group of like 6 women. There was another group of like 3 women. So this was like a girls' day out today.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, it was good. I'm not like a super fan of Sydney Sweeney, but she did well, I think. Amanda Seyfried? How do you say her name? Seyfried?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, okay. Well, Amanda Seyfried. I don't know how to say her name. I feel like I can say her name when I'm just talking to my myself, and then the second I turn the mic on, I'm like, I don't know what to say. So that girl, she
person, place, or thing.
Yes. She was great. Her acting was fantastic. So that was great. And the man was really cute. So there was that.
He was a man.
He was a man, and he was cute. I don't know who he is. He's not a person that I've ever seen before. So I'm sure he's in something out there that I just am not aware of.
I'm sure he is in another movie or book.
That's right. But he was an attractive man, so there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask you the most important question?
Sure.
Is 9:15 in the morning too early for popcorn?
Absolutely not.
I wanted, when you were like, I'm going to the movie. Yeah, I was like, is she gonna have popcorn?
Of course I am. I ate a whole bag.
Nice.
I did. I don't care if I'm at the movies. It's nighttime inside. There are no lights to tell me it's daytime. So, yes, I did eat popcorn, and it was great. I loved it. Yeah.
It's like when you're a kid and you ever done like a lock-in?
No. I know what you're talking about, but I never did one.
Where you go to like a place. They have like the big warehouse where you can like ball pits or go-karts or like whatever, whatever youths like to do. And
I am immediately thought of like a gymnasium. Like they just lock you into a gymnasium.
Yeah, I think I've done one in like a school before. So you could like go to the library, you could go to the gym, or you could go to the computer lab.
Okay.
Back when there was things such as computer labs.
Sure.
But that's kind of what you were like when you were talking about like it's nighttime all the time. That's kind of what I felt about lock-ins. That's what reminded me.
That makes sense. That you just have no concept of like what time it is outside.
No clue. You're just like eating everything, all the pizza and the ice cream, and like running around like a crazy person. And then you walk outside and it's like blinding sunshine in the morning, and you're like, ah.
Yes. Agreed. Yes, I ate popcorn. Yes, I'll probably use that as my snack this week because I have no other snack. And because I am currently full of it right now, I don't know if
popcorn.
Yeah, I made a popcorn right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat for another like 4 hours at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. I would say if you liked the book, I'm sure you'll like the movie. And if they make the second one, I'll probably go see it. I don't think that I'll read the second book, but I'll see the second movie just to see what they do with it. But yeah, that's some of my book movie news this day, this week, this something,
this time,
this whatever. Yeah. Do you have a snack this week?
I do.
You have a good snack this week?
It's okay. I mean,
not a repeated snack like me for my 4th time.
Man, we know that popcorn is one of your favorite foods, and the food tree of Vanessa.
It is for sure.
I feel like there's a couple foods that we should be able to use over and over because they're the favorites. And I've accepted that pizza or popcorn is yours.
Is pizza yours?
It's not. Surprise. I thought about saying it again, like, forever pizza. But no. Mike finally threw the rest of the pizza out. He was like, we cannot keep doing this. It's like, okay.
Okay, great.
Fine. And then like 2 days later, we saw a commercial for Little Caesars, the crispy crust. And he was like, oh, that looks really good. And I was like, Mike, we had a whole pizza in the garage. And he was like,
just had that.
And he was like, no, I couldn't. Mike doesn't like cold pizza. You don't like cold pizza.
He doesn't even like to heat it up though? Like he doesn't like reheated? Okay.
Yeah, like,
it does taste different.
And that's the joy of it. Like, we'll get into the chemistry of cheese. Like,
right.
I feel like once it like gets cold and all the little crystalline things line back up, it makes it more delicious.
Okay, that fair.
Feels like something I've heard before.
All right. Okay, what is your snack this week?
Oh, sorry, I digress. Okay. Have you seen the Doritos that are like the zesty pickle and Cool Ranch combo?
No, I feel like recently I saw a combo, but I don't remember it being that.
It's like, yeah, it's called, I don't know, I can't remember what the descriptive word is, if it's zesty or tangy or some.
But it's dill pickle.
It's pickle and Cool Ranch Doritos.
And?
They're good.
Really?
They taste like ranchy pickles.
Okay.
Which, have we ever talked about ranch pickles before?
Yes, and we put the packet of the ranch in the pickle jar or whatever.
Yes, yeah. That's kind of what it reminded me of. Not quite, because you still have like the fake pickle ranch flavoring because it's a Dorito, right?
Yeah.
But yes.
I'm always really scared of dill pickled flavored things. Like, I'm always just afraid of what it's gonna do to my taste buds.
Sears them off.
I don't know. I feel like I have this very irrational fear of just like it's gonna make my mouth just like super sour and just I don't know.
I have misgivings about anything cheese flavored.
Okay.
I'm like, if it says it's cheese flavored, it makes me nervous and I won't try it.
Okay.
For the same reason. Not because I'm not because I'm afraid my like taste buds are gonna fry off, but I'm just like, it's just I can just eat real cheese. There's so much cheese in the world.
That's fair.
I don't need fake cheese.
Okay. Well, that's great. Did they have other like combos that you saw or whatever? Like,
no,
you just saw it. Okay.
I just saw that. So I guess I don't know if you want to call it funny or whatever, but I bought it. I went grocery shopping and I saw it and I bought it. I brought it home and me and Mike were talking about something and I was like, "Oh, I bought you some Doritos. They're in the cabinet." And he opened up the cabinet and he was like, "Yeah, I bought these." And I got super mad. I was like, "No, I bought those. You did not buy these." And he was like, "No, I swear to God, Nicole, I bought these." And I was like, No, I bought those. And he like pushed all of the other like chips away, and in the back was another bag.
There was another
of zesty pickle Cool Ranch fusion Doritos, and I was like,
"Oh my gosh, you guys we're on the same page."
We're gonna once again. I'm gonna eat the same fucking snack for like weeks because I.
Do you have so when I eat stuff that has like the duo, so I'm thinking specifically of the Cheez-Its that has like the duo flavored in there.
Oh yeah, where it's two different flavor chips.
Yes. So every time I bite, I always have to have one of each flavor that I put in my mouth at the same time. I cannot eat them individually. I always have to eat two. So do you do the same thing with your chips?
Well, so I know what you're talking about for Cheez-Its.
Oh, is it not like that?
But no, it's not like that in these.
Oh, it's all mixed together.
It's one flavor. They got super lazy. Doritos. Yeah, because I even opened the bag and I was looking and I was like,
you were like, they're all the same.
I was like, where's the how do you tell the difference between the pickle and the Cool Ranch flavor? And Mike was like, it's the same chip, Nicole. Every single chip is the same flavor. And I was like, but all I want is the zesty pickle flavor. I just want to try that. I know what Cool Ranch tastes like. And he was like, that's not how this works. And I said, well, this is dumb. So I ate like 4 chips.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, great. So
Mike's going to have to eat the rest of them.
A bag and a half, basically. Okay, great. So were they not that great, or you just didn't want to eat more?
They were disappointing to me.
Oh, no.
I'm still going to use them as my snack.
Okay.
Because I don't have any other interesting snacks. And also, yesterday, I went to a hockey game with Ethan because he's home on leave right now, from college. And I also had popcorn. So I don't feel like I can use my popcorn.
We could have movie theater popcorn and hockey game popcorn.
Exactly. So, yeah.
All right. Well,
but now that I'm really thinking about it, maybe the zesty pickle Cool Ranch flavoring would be good on popcorn.
Maybe they'll sell the seasoning one day.
Maybe.
Let's put that into the universe. All right. I like you immediately went pessimistic.
I don't think I'm gonna get that.
No, we're not gonna do that. Okay. Well, I only have one like bookish thing for you. It's not. I don't even know if it's worth bringing up, but I'm going to bring it up because I've been seeing it a lot everywhere, and so I just kind of want to chat with you about it. Okay. There's a lot of things I've been seeing online lately about people complaining about the term clean romance. Have you seen this?
Okay.
Is that a bad thing?
No. Oh. I have many thoughts on this.
You do? Okay.
Well,
okay.
I say that, but then I'm going to be like, yeah, that's stupid. Sorry.
Okay. Those are your thoughts. Yeah. So it's because people say that there's a problem with the word clean romance because the assumption then is that the opposite of that is dirty romance. Like if you like to read smut, then it's dirty, and there's like this bad
negative connotation.
Yes, exactly. And so what this person, specifically the reason why I brought it up this time after all of the times I've been seeing it over and over, is because this person made sense to me and I wanted to bring it up. Okay. So what she said is that, okay, so people have this aversion to the word clean, just like the word right, like quote unquote right, can be the opposite of left. It can also be the opposite of wrong. So clean can also have the opposite of dirty or explicit. So if every time you hear clean and you immediately think, well, then everybody else is dirty. No, you could also just be like, it's either clean or explicit. Like it doesn't have to be dirty, right? Like it's just whatever. It's not a dirty thing. Also, like this person specifically associated it with like, if someone doesn't eat clean, that doesn't necessarily mean that they eat dirty. It just means that maybe they don't eat all organic or something like that,
right,
you know?
Yeah.
Like, so it's really like, I don't know. It also feels like there should be a difference. So if something, to me, when I hear that a book is clean, I immediately associate that with like the romance of it, that it's like either smutty or not smutty.
Right.
Where if I hear the word explicit, I'm thinking also that it doesn't have like cuss words and like all that kind of stuff. So I feel like there does have to be some sort of like variation of what you say, because clean doesn't necessarily mean that it's fully like nothing. I don't know. There's just so much variance to the word. And I feel like for anyone listening, if we ever say clean, that doesn't mean that we think the other things are dirty. It just means that this book doesn't have sex in it or whatever. Like,
right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. I mean, using it, normally I just use it how I've heard it used, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like I see it all the time. There's always people complaining about it online because, again, they automatically assume that if you are calling something clean, you think the other part of it is dirty. And it just like once I read hers, I was like, that makes so much sense because it doesn't necessarily just mean sex. You're also needing to look for things because people who don't want to read sex might not also want to read the word fuck. Or like
That's true.
or like, they want more just like themes that are more non-adult, like not necessarily non-adult. That's a weird way to put it too, but just I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, their preference is not that, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I just wanted to kind of bring that up because it's something that's been talked about so much online lately that I've seen that I was like, I want everyone to know that when we say clean, we don't. And I mean, I feel like if you listen to us, you kind of know that because we read and or listen to a lot of crazy fucking books. So
yes. Not all of them.
Right.
Non-explicit or explicit. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah. Well, it's interesting you say that because I wouldn't even call it book news because it's not book news, but it was like my book thoughts or whatever. I was like looking around on the internet a little because I had recently, it ties in. I swear to God, it ties into what you're saying.
I believe you.
But so I've been reading a lot of books and I know that you know this and probably people who are, listeners of, I have been a victim of book covers that have the cartoony covers. And so you think you're getting a rom-com or like if I'm using the clean romance genre, but then you get into it and it's explicit or it comes with like heavy trauma or just like heavy
lots
topics,
of triggers,
yeah, stuff like that. And that maybe we were both on the same wavelength this week because, or the internet was on the same wavelength, right?
Yeah.
Because as soon as you started to say that, I was like, oh, really? Interesting you bring this up because when I look at those covers and I see that little cutesy romance thing, I'm picking it up because I'm not in the mood to be like throat punched with trauma or
with all these people's like past trauma and grief and like
right, yeah. And to your point as well is a lot of people look at that and they are saying, oh well, I don't want to read explicit content and here I am with a book. They gave some examples when I was looking out online, but it was I didn't write them down because I was like, I'll remember these, and then I didn't. But it was like some of the authors I was like, okay, it was like Allie Hazelwood and like, Emily Henry and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, okay, like that's stretching it. But some of these, like maybe lesser known, I could totally get behind. Like, like one lady even said, I can't remember where I read this, but it was on the internet. This is not me. She said that she didn't realize that the book didn't have any of that stuff. It just had like a cartoony cover of like two like people like looking at each other and it looked really cute. I think this is a stretch, but she was like, oh yeah, my 5th grader picked it up at a library and I didn't think anything about it. And then she brought it to school. And the teacher sent like a note home like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but this book is, there's a lot of cuss words and there's sex scenes in it. And she was like, oh.
Okay.
I'm the bad parent.
Well, okay, so here, listen. First rule, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yes.
This is what we've learned here today is don't judge a book by its cover. And 2, I feel like if I'm seeing this cover and I'm thinking that it's a romance in any kind of way, I would probably look into it before I let my 5th grader read it. Because even if it is a YA romance, that still might have some themes that are not great for a 5th grader.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
I don't know if the mom even knew, like, I don't know these people at all. I don't even know if she knew that it was
Oh, like
that
a romance
type of book either, right? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that actually, this is where the rabbit hole started.
Yeah.
Well, not really, kind of a little bit, but you know, because then it brought up like, well, whose responsibility is it to put that on the cover or make sure that the content of the book is known before, you know, in this case, children pick it up, or you know, maybe you start a book because you're like, oh, this looks cute, and then you're like,
a la Nicole.
30 pages later, you're like, I've made a terrible mistake.
Everyone's dying, everyone's sad,
right, this is not what I want. Right, I mean, that might be okay, but yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, so it was like, is it the publisher's job? Is it the author's job? Is it the bookstore's job? Which I thought that was just ridiculous.
Yeah. I do feel like it's a little bit on the bookstore if they put it in the YA section, right? Like if you put it somewhere that's like known to be for younger people and then it's there, like that I would put on the bookstore, but otherwise not at all.
Right, clearly mislabeled or something like that. But also, I don't expect every single bookstore employee to know that, right?
That's true.
If anybody out here has worked at a bookstore,
yeah, do you get something from the publisher that says like this is the content of this book, or do they just send you the book and say good luck?
Like these are the genres. Like this is like generally considered to be a rom-com. Like this like plus 14 or you know something like that, you know, like I'd be really interested to see if you know publishers send that out with their books. I'm sure that's a Googler, but if anybody has like firsthand knowledge,
that would be good to know.
Because when I read the bookstore thing, I was like, man, like some 18-year-old kid who is first
just
job
stocking shelves,
like if they're like, oh man, it doesn't fit on this shelf, whatever, it can go in kids section. Yes, that's obviously wrong. Like, you know, but if the box says plus 18 or over, of course, you know, like, but I don't know. I've said this for a long time, maybe not here, but in my mind I've said it. Like,
we all know.
I really appreciate authors who put trigger warnings or anything like that in the beginning of the book. Now that that's becoming more of a thing, I really enjoy that and I appreciate it. But like to the point of like explicit content or anything like that, like, is it worth throwing a label on the backside?
Right.
You know, so I have no clue.
I don't know what the right answer there is for sure.
Yeah.
It feels like it's this whole topic of like what you're saying of like what's in the book and whether you should call it clean or not or explicit or like what do you call it, like all of that. I feel like all of that has just been so big in the like book talk world, the Bookstagram world, like all like everywhere. It's just been so talked about lately. I feel like for months though, like it's not just been like this week or whatever, it's been for like a few months where it's just like every so often it pops up and there's a whole bunch of heat on it for a little bit and then it kind of fades away and then a whole bunch of heat on it.
Like a new book comes out.
It's an interesting topic, but I feel like that was kind of one of the things of wanting to kind of bring it up a little bit is just so everybody kind of understands where we're at in the story, so that if you hear us say words like that, you know we're not like trying to single anybody out or imply that one is better than the other, because we clearly read across the board.
Right.
And enjoy and hate equally across the board. So there's that.
Yes. Can I tell you one more fact?
Tell me.
That I learned while researching this.
Okay.
This goes back to our Fabio covers.
Oh no.
Okay.
He's right here.
So the woman who created or started the Fabio covers, the paintings, because they're paintings, actual paintings. Her name is Elaine Duillo. I think is how you pronounce it. And she is the woman who originally started painting the Fabio book covers for specifically Harlequin, I think. So everybody knows Fabio was a male model in the 1980s and 90s. Do you want to guess how many covers he appears on in Harlequin?
I actually looked this up.
So you already know.
Uh-huh.
Oh, bitch.
I think I don't know if I remember. For some reason I want to guess like 230, but I don't know if I'm right.
It's double that.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's
okay.
This is just one source. I didn't fact check them or anything, but it was like, he has appeared on the cover of over 466 romance novels.
Okay. So maybe this is why I thought it was that, because I also found like a bunch of different sources that were like, oh, he was on this many and this many. And I feel like just like a couple years ago, there was somebody who surpassed him. And I don't remember who he was. Is it
John Cena?
No. No. Oh no, I don't remember who it was, but it's somebody that like within the 2000s years basically like surpassed him in something, but damn it, I don't remember who he was now, but
we're gonna have to look this up and bring it up again.
Gonna have to look it up and bring it up because I do remember it. Why did I look that up? I think it was when we were buying this book.
Probably.
I think that's so a few months back. But yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a new goal, but I want to see all these covers. It's like, because I did the deep dive. Like, I was just like how covers progress through the years, like, and what determined what was going to be on the cover based on like how people felt, like in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that, like through time, how people felt about basically what we now call smut, or maybe not as strong as that, but and all the influence in that. And then I came upon the Fabio thing and I was like, oh shit, yes. I have to speak of him.
I do think it's really cool that they were painted, that at one point pictures or book covers used to be painted, and I think that's really cool.
I wonder if you can get the original paintings somewhere.
I imagine they've got to be expensive, right?
Oh, well, I mean, who knows? But, like, it's like Bob Ross paintings.
Right,
like,
exactly.
How many of Bob Ross's paintings still exist? And, like, can you buy them?
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Comparatively to whatever Ellie's, I think her name was Ellie or whatever, how many of her paintings of the original Fabio covers still exist? And where can I get one?
They've got to be like few and far between. I feel like they probably don't have that many of them remaining, if they are still remaining.
They were probably in a storage unit, and the storage unit burnt down.
Right, exactly.
Or they were all eaten by mice. I don't know. Yeah,
that's a good fate for them.
But if I ever come across one, I won't say anything, but you'll just notice it like right here.
It'll just pop up in the background one day.
Yes.
Who's that flowing mane hair behind you?
Don't worry about it.
That's hilarious. All right, well, that was quite the tangent we just had.
Yeah, sorry. I was not expecting to talk about that today.
You're good. It all fit together.
Yeah, I can talk about my book.
Okay. Do it.
I would love to. All right. So this book is called The Other Bennett Sister.
Okay.
By Janice Hadlow. It's Kindle Unlimited right now. Okay. So that's where I snatched it up. Okay.
It's Kindle Unlimited in December. Let's hope it's still Kindle Unlimited in May.
Yeah, that's what I said right now.
Okay.
So, I haven't read this book. Maybe you have.
Wait.
I don't know. No.
You're
hold on.
reviewing it.
Hold on. Have you ever heard of the book Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen?
I have not read that book. I have not even seen the movie.
So I haven't either. And I've also never seen the movie for Pride and Prejudice. I've never seen it.
We're on the same page.
Yeah, that type of book is not usually my like genre. I like historical romance normally. I've read a lot of them, but once you get into the like the abundance of talking and like people sitting around fainting, I kind of I lose interest. But basically, the basics of the book, right? There's 5 Bennett sisters. 4 of them get married in the book. Now I picked this book. Okay. Well, I'll finish my description. So basically, the 4th sister, or the last sister, the middle sister, her name is Mary. She doesn't get married in Pride and Prejudice. She's kind of like just like the quiet, not weird, but quiet, bookish sister who
she's a spinster.
She's kind of preachy, and like they call her priggish a lot.
Okay.
But basically, this book is a what if Mary Bennett got a chance to have like the same thing all her sisters got. She had a story. She has like a story where she finds love, maybe just later than the rest of them, and it's also like a story of self-acceptance.
Okay.
Normally, I would not have ever read this because, like I said, this is not my type of book. So please keep that in mind when I start on this. But the reason I picked it up is because I saw the video clip that the BBC is making a show out of it.
Okay.
And the clip was cute.
Okay.
It really was cute.
It sucked you in.
Yeah, so I was like, well, fuck it, I'll read the book. And when the show comes out, because it doesn't have a release date on the first like trailer that has come out. They just said sometime in 2026. Okay. So who knows? Maybe by the time this episode comes out, the show will already be out, and you guys will be like, "Yeah, old news, Nicole."
Yeah, done.
But also, I really like an underdog story, and that's what this
Mary.
Yeah, and that's what this book gave me vibes of. So I was like, I'll take a chance on it. Okay. So
was it a good chance? Okay.
See, we'll see. Okay. So like I said, never read Pride and Prejudice. This book is pretty long comparative to Pride and Prejudice.
Really?
But also, I think it's almost double.
Oh my gosh.
It's just shy of 500 pages.
Okay.
I think it's like 466 pages or something like that.
Okay.
And it's in like 4 parts.
All right.
I'm not going to go through every single part. Don't worry.
Okay.
But like, so the first part of this book is like, I want to say, like, I've never read Pride and Prejudice, but I got the feeling there was a lot of rehash from the book.
Okay.
From the Pride and Prejudice book. A lot of stuff happens with all the sisters there, and before they even got married, like before the sister meets Mr. Darcy and like stuff like that, and then they get married in this book, in the first part. So I know there is some rehashing and retelling. It would be weird if everything was brand new information, right? Right. But the whole first part of the book is everybody just trashing on Mary. Like, nobody likes her. Everybody like talks shit about her or to her or anything like that. And you really feel bad. Like, you just, as a side note, if you've read Pride and Prejudice and you have other thoughts, I would really be interested into hearing those, because I felt bad for Mary, but I also don't know if the people who are being written, if they were this way in the book Pride and Prejudice, because... So
I was actually going to ask you if you went and read some reviews about it to see if people like compared it at all to...
So I thought about it.
Okay.
But I didn't. Because I literally finished it like 20 minutes ago.
I was going to say right before we recorded.
Yes.
Okay.
So all my notes are really like... either from while I was reading or really fresh.
Okay.
So like I said, I'm not sure how close or if the characters in this book are embellished or anything like that, or changed how they were written, because as I was reading it, I was like, man, if this is how they were all acting towards Mary, I don't understand how this book is so popular.
Right.
You know, like,
they were just assholes to her.
Yeah, just like,
okay.
This book, she kind of made them, like, all the other sisters out to be, like, kind of selfish and spoiled and purposely leaving her out of things and no interest in her and kind of, like, doing things that were maybe not, like, mean, but no concern for her feelings in it, right? Okay. So it was like, man, how do you put together a book where so many people love those characters, and now you have another book where the characters are not that nice of people, you know? So the whole time I was reading it, I was like, man, is this what Pride and Prejudice is like? This is reinforcing my thoughts.
It sounds like we need to watch Pride and Prejudice, the movie.
With Keira Knightley?
Yeah. Isn't there two versions? There's one with her. Isn't there a one with Emma Watson in it? Or am I thinking of a different movie?
Cinderella?
No, she's in Beauty and the Beast. Maybe you watch one version, I'll watch another version, and then we'll read reviews about the book, and we'll see if they're the same. Because I'm not reading the book.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say, and then we watch the other one. And I was like, I know, I don't want to watch two movies, Vanessa. Yeah, I'll watch. Okay, I'll watch one.
Yes,
maybe.
Okay.
So like I said, I'm not going to get into all the other parts. Yeah. Honestly, that's because I think the second part could have been completely removed.
Oh, okay.
And it would not have been detrimental to the plot.
Okay.
I think the second one was probably more of a like, the only thing that I can think of is the reason it was included is because the guy who is it about plays a pretty big role in the Pride and Prejudice book. I do know that just based on like clips of movies that I've seen and people quoting it and like stuff like that, right?
Okay.
So once you get into like the third and fourth act, remember how I said I felt bad for Mary at the beginning? I started to like really lose steam for like,
feeling
Mary.
Bad for her.
Yeah, for like it was.
Is it because she's not standing up for herself?
Well, she's out of like, assuming that everything in the first part is real and, you know, like they really are bad people, and she leaves. She's now in a new place and she's in like a welcoming and caring like home and like stuff like that. She's still really just like down and woe is me and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I feel for you, but I was really hoping for some growth right about now. So, and then she eventually meets like her love interest.
Okay.
And then there's like a love triangle that I wasn't a fan of. And this is kind of where the book just lost me. You know, like I'm not a huge fan of love triangles anyways. Right. And then all of a sudden, and what I took from this book is Mary it's like what's that fucking movie where like they whip her glasses off and she's beautiful or whatever. I can't remember.
There's
but, like,
so many movies.
So many. But that's what this felt like. Is she like got better glasses and she put on a pretty dress and you know like I don't
that's
like
such
and then,
like a massive trope for like books and movies in like the early 2000s. It's like you take her glasses off and you put her in a nice top and all of a sudden she's like gorgeous.
Right, yeah. Like her hair is beautiful and like silky smooth.
You take her ponytail out, all of a sudden
like,
she's just
Yeah, so like I said, that stuff kind of lost me because it felt like the easy button, right? Okay. There's also a part in it where there's some like massive foreshadowing by one of the characters. Okay. And as I was reading it, I was like, oh man, this is going to happen. I could tell. And then it happened and I was like, I just want to be done with this book.
Okay.
And my last complaint about this book is the guy that she eventually, like, she is in love with or whatever, he actually, like, stops talking to her because, you know, feelings hurt. Not
Okay.
He's just one of those, like, you know, he's like stops pursuing her because like another guy shows interest in her. And
Okay.
I was like, and he just like disappears for like a third of the book, and I was like,
Okay. Great job, dude.
yeah, you're talking about how you don't know if you can take a chance on one guy because he's flighty.
Right.
But like you literally just had this other guy who stopped talking to you because
Right. Because another dude looked at you.
because like you went on a walk with another dude, and
Yeah.
oh man, I don't want to make decisions for you. Bet you did. Like
Right. Yeah, exactly.
you put her in a position where she had to make a really hard decision and chance on you, not knowing that, you know, if you are turned out to be a jackass or not. So, other than that, if you get rid of Act 2 or whatever, I feel like this book was not terrible.
Okay.
It just wasn't my favorite.
Okay.
So I'm willing to give it a 3.
Okay.
But if anybody reaches out and tells me that all the characters that were so mean in this book are actually not that way, they're just rewritten to help the book, I am willing to go down to a 2.5.
Okay. Because fuck her for lying.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going to change characters of an already established book to fit your book, then yeah,
You should have just made a different book then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it feels like cheating at that. Not cheating. It feels like just like I said, easy button.
Yep. Fair. All right. Well.
Well, boo.
Boo. Okay. Are you ready for my review?
Yes.
It's going to be a short one. I'll
Okay.
warn you right now.
All right.
All right. I listened to Breakneck Bay by Faith Gardner. It's a mystery thriller. It was a sister book club. It's very big on like, it's a big book talk book, big online book, like everybody, whatever, which might be your first clue as to how I felt about it.
Uh-oh.
All right. So it's 1982, and Breakneck Bay is a local water park that employs many of the local teens. This place is no stranger to injuries and lawsuits and all of the things because of their lack of safety measures. And also you have a bunch of teens just running around like in charge of everything. So they have a lot of problems here. And then on this particular summer, one of those teenage employees vanishes after closing.
Ooh.
Okay, so now we have Kit, who runs the first aid at the park, and her new husband, Mitch, is the park manager. Okay. And one day there is a bloody scene that shows up in Mitch's office. Like, he comes to work and opens the door. First of all, the door is locked. He can't get in. He finally gets in, and it's like covered in blood. And immediately he becomes the prime suspect in the girl's disappearance that just vanished. At the same time that this is happening, Kit also begins receiving very eerie phone calls from an unknown person warning her of like things around her. Just like, and she doesn't know who it is. She doesn't know who, like, any of the information. Basically, she spends the next however much time trying to uncover what the phone calls really mean, all the while starting to uncover some secrets that her husband may be keeping. And also like trying to keep the park running while everything around her is falling apart. So that's that. Okay, so the reason that I picked this book for Sister Book Club is because on Instagram, I saw a post about it. And it was like this girl, she was like promoting thrillers or whatever. And she just kind of put a little snippet of like a comment or whatever on each one. Actually, it was on Book Talk. It was on TikTok, not on Instagram. But she kind of just put like a little snippet of something on it and then was like, here's one sentence about each of these books. And for this particular book, she said, it was all fun and games until we got the serial killer's POV. And so I sent that to my sister and I was like, we should read this book. And she was like, cool. It was such a letdown.
Oh, no.
So, very disappointed. So we do get 2 POVs in this book, one of which being the serial killer, like was stated in the thing. And then the other one is Kit, who is trying to figure out what's going on with her husband, how to save him after he becomes the #1 suspect, all the things. And then, but the serial killer whose name is Hawk, so you get Hawk's POV. They're not that interesting. Like, based on the post where she said, like, it's all fun and games until you get the POV from the serial killer, I was like, oh, damn, what's going to happen in these POVs? Like,
what's he going to say?
Yeah, what are these chapters going to be? And there's, like, really nothing significant about them.
Maybe that's what she was trying to say. But
that
like with misdirection.
Like, right.
Like, it was a great book until you got...
Maybe I read it wrong. Maybe this is a my fault situation.
Yeah, maybe it was a bad thing. Like she was saying, like, this is a great book until you have to read the POV of the guy.
All right,
and you took it the opposite.
I did because she made it sound like that. She was promoting all the other books. Yeah, it's like I feel like his POVs were like mostly kind of boring, and I like
he didn't give you any good serial killer things, or he was just kind of like, I had toast for breakfast. I'm gonna kill this girl later.
Yes. Like, I feel like you kind of just get some of his life. Like, it's you don't know who it is until the end, but like enough of his life to where like you don't know who it is, but you're just kind of getting some of the things going on in his life. I was expecting it to be like he's killing people in his chapters. Like, that's what I was expecting, and that's not what you get. You just get his life, like kind of day-to-day things. And I
like, he's just like normal 9-to-5 guy who has like a dog at home and watches like
Family Feud,
soap operas or something. Yeah.
So, like, there's not a whole lot about him that you get in those chapters, and it was very unfortunate. It's not what I wanted. It was not what I was expecting, and that was sad for me. And then secondly, Kit is probably one of the more stupid main characters I've ever read.
Great.
She would basically ignore everything that she learned along the way. She didn't apply it to what she was doing at all. She ignored signs. She made stupid decisions. She basically had zero critical thinking skills, and she was boring and frustrating to me. Like,
that's unfortunate.
Yes, she just like was not great. So the ending was predictable and pretty unremarkable. I just didn't think it was really that twisty. I don't know, like when both my sister and I kind of felt the same about it. Like, when we finished it, we kind of felt was like, okay, fine, like maybe could be a 3, but after some discussion on it, we were both like, maybe a 2. My sister's exact quote was, I don't feel comfortable giving it a 3, but a 2 is too harsh.
Okay.
So that was because I feel like we both kind of finished like in a kind of okay headspace where it was like interesting enough to where it wasn't terrible, but also after some like critical thinking about it, we both were like, maybe it wasn't that great. So like 2.25 maybe is what we're gonna go with. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, again, add it to the list of like book talk books that are
just
not
don't
that
hit the
great.
mark. Yeah.
That are just overhyped, over discussed, over everything, and just not that great. Unfortunately. I told you it was going to be a short one. All right.
It's hard to give, like, when the book is just, like either really great or like just okay. You're like, well,
Well,
I have no thoughts.
I have no thoughts. I just looked at the book cover, and on the cover it says, "The truth is the deadliest ride." It's very,
Bum, bum, bum.
All right. Are you ready for our question?
Maybe.
Let's see what we get today. This kind of goes with what we just talked about.
Okay.
What makes a book overhyped versus just being popular? I feel like I want to say everything on Book Talk is overhyped.
Yes. A sexy cover.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the overhype is when I feel like specifically is when you literally just see it everywhere. Like every single person is posting about it, and it's almost like it's hard to say the difference between overhype and popular, but I think overhype is when people are hyping it simply because it's a big book at the time.
And they're trying to get the views.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. When I see one book, like if I'm looking and I see a book somebody is posting, like, oh, I read this book and it was good or whatever. Like, okay. But as soon as I start to see it everywhere, now I almost it almost becomes untrustworthy. Like, can I trust that this many people have read this book and liked it? Which is crazy to say, because if you go on like Goodreads and you look, you're like, oh, 300,000 people have called this book good on Goodreads or whatever. I would not question that.
Right, exactly.
But as soon as I see it on a video, somebody making like a TikTok or an Instagram or whatever, now I'm instantly suspicious.
I would agree with you. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah, because I want to try books that other people say are good. I like the easy button factor of seeing a book.
Yes.
Like, based on things you've read before, you might like this one. And then I open it and I'm like, this is not what I want.
Thanks.
This is not even what I thought.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, because there are a lot of books that are popular too that I feel like it's easily to get to a point of being overhyped. Just when it's constantly in your face and just like constantly being posted about and constantly all of the things.
Yeah. Also, I understand that, authors need to get their books out there, and what's easier to do that than like posting about your book or other people, or even like paying other people to read your book and then post about it, or giving away free arcs or whatever. Like, totally get that, but at some point when you just become inundated with like, ugh.
Yeah, you just kind of have to let people find it.
Yeah.
Almost.
Well,
yeah.
And then I don't know if this is a thing that people do or not, but maybe look into the people you're giving the books to, right?
Yep.
Because some of these people that are posting, oh, this is a great book, oh, this is a great book, if you sit there and like count how many books they're like, oh, I read this book, like these numbers are almost
astronomical,
unrealistic, right?
Yep.
Like, there's no way I could read 3 books a week, which I've found out for a whole entire year. Like, I don't have the time. My mental capacity is not that way. Like, if you are a social media influencer and you're hitting 3 books a week that you're constantly talking about, point them out to me, because I'd really be interested to go and look at their page.
Yep.
So
yeah, I think we talked about this in a recent episode where it's been found out that people have been lying about the books that they've read. Or remember, I think I said that somebody had been like, oh, this book was great, and like promoted it, and then like 2 months later it was on their TBR and they were like, I want to read this book, and it was like, oh, I thought you already said you loved this book. Yeah. So that's why it makes it really hard to just believe. It makes it hard to believe these like little one-liners of like the one I read today, because you don't know for sure that person read that book.
Right.
They could have,
yeah.
They could have just seen that there's a POV from the serial killer and was like, ooh, this is a good line. This is a good line to put on.
I've been waiting to use this line.
Yeah, exactly. So, so it's hard to believe that everybody actually has read the books that they're talking about. Unfortunately.
Yeah. And some of these could also be the outliers, right? But because they just happen to fall into my lap, I'm like, ugh,
right.
Now I can't trust anybody.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, I feel like
you can trust me.
You can trust us. I feel like we read a good mix of like non-big books and big books, so it's like we're not just reading every new release that comes out, you know? And
I don't have time for that.
No. We're also on such a weird schedule that it would be so impossible for us to put out books as soon as they came out because we would just...
I've given up.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to read a book from 1999 tomorrow. I'm just kidding. I don't know. If I need to just read a book, okay?
Yes, that would be good for us. Let's just finish a book this week.
Just finish a book because right now, man, I'm very sad. All right, that's all. That's all we have.
I'm very sad. That's all.
Very sad. Goodbye. Tell us if you think there's a difference between a book being overhyped versus being just a popular book. We are everywhere. Savor the Story Pod on all of the things that you want to go on and talk to us on. Go like and subscribe and share with your friends.
Yay!
Tell everyone you know. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye. Get out of here.